Well, hello folks, welcome to my channel. Today I have a Savage model 1899. The Savage is calibered in the old black powder cartridge 3240. It's an old Ballard cartridge they used in single shot rifles for the shoots and sporting events back in the late 1800s. The 3240 is a straight necked, like a straight tapered case. There's a picture of it right here, and you can see that it's just kind of pretty much tapered the whole way up down to 32 caliber. And you can look here at the dimensions of the cartridge, and you can see, take a quick glance at that. It's kind of a neck down version of the 38-55 caliber. This rifle was made in about 1914, I believe, by the serial numbers, and it is in the 3240 caliber. Several calibers were offered in these things throughout the years, even modern day cartridges like the 7mm08. But back in the days where this was made, it was the 303 Savage, the 250 3000, the 300 Savage was probably one of the most popular calibers in this, and they were a unique rifle in that they had a rotary type magazine where you could shoot a Spitzer type bullet out of it, and I can show you kind of a close up of how that works. You just kind of push them, and they kind of went around the receiver, and then they would just pull them up. So it would hold 5. And you could hold one in the chamber, so with 5 plus 1 would give you 6. It held quite a bit. This one has a Lyman rear sight. It does have the lock, and you can see in the picture here that one nice thing about it is it did have a windage adjustment on that. And then we have up front here, we have a fine blade. So that's kind of how that works. It's just your typical Lyman sight. We're going to take it out to the range, and Steve, my friend Steve, is going to be shooting it out to 100 yards. So let's take a look.
All right.
Good shot.
Having a little problem with some floaters there. Have to wiggle my eye around to work around them.
The light's going to be tricky out there, I think, because it's half the target's on the sun, half is on the shade. They're all in the bullseye, though. Beautiful. One more just like that.
This was from my buddy Ed Heater.
Okay. Try one more for your buddy.
That wasn't too good.
Yeah. One more for Ed.
One more for Ed.
Okay. That was a good shot, but just a wee little bit outside of the blue.
Sorry, Ed.
Sorry, he understands. It's a 100-year-old rifle. for Ed.
All right. Thank you, Ed.
Good job. Also, I mean, one of the things I wanted to also bring up, and I'm going to cut this back in, is this is a takedown model. You can tell on the front of it here that basically what happens is on the fore end here, you would click this down, pull the fore end off, and just unscrew the barrel, and that's how these work as far as a takedown. So, you know, not only does it have a rare caliber, but it is a takedown, right? And we're back, and you can see, you know, Steve is, you know, no problem hitting anything with his rifle. This is his rifle, and if you've been to my channel enough to know that if you look down through the catalog, you can see a list of older rifles that we review and shoot at the range, and most of these rifles are shot in with cast bullets, and usually lower velocity loads, lower power loads, because we're not going to beat up on these old rifles. And a lot of the rifles that I shoot on here are well over 100 years, or at least 100 years old. So that's kind of our thing. We do the cast bullet thing, and it's kind of part of what our channel is about. And just to let you see, you know, I have his target here. I think I'll do it how it is. Yeah, I think, yeah, he shot it like this. And you can see that I didn't measure it out, but it's a couple inches here. You know, we're always going to have a flyer out there, but it happens. But, you know, pretty good, you know. Deer accurate. I mean, you had no problem taking a deer with this rifle whatsoever. And, you know, we would expect the accuracy to probably be a little bit finer with jacketed bullets, but not necessarily. I did shoot the rifle, and me and Steve shoot a little different on open iron sights. We do shoot it. So this would be my target at 100 yards, and this would be his target at 100 yards. And you can see that I shoot quite a bit right of him. This is just basically the reason we feel, and you know, I kind of looked into this a little bit. It's just you know, how I would position my face on the stock, how I would cant my head, our build differences, and all of those things just go into play at how we see the front sight. And basically, it really isn't the aperture so much, it's just how we see the front sight through the aperture. And the reason that I would normally, I would shoot right of him, and he would shoot left of me. So if my rifle was centered, and you can take a look, the last video we had, where we had the Stevens 44.5 rifle, you can see the chickens that we were shooting at 50 yards. He was shooting at the head, and I was shooting the same. Now, I brought the sight down, you could probably see in that, but he was shooting in the head, and I was shooting directly center body. So the rifle was kind of sighted in for me, and, you know, then he would shoot to the left, and I would shoot to the right of him. And we've always been like that. So if someone hands you a rifle, especially with iron sights, and say it's sighted in, you know, don't trust it. Make sure that, you know, it's sighted in for you, because the way you look through a sight might be different than the person that sighted it in. And, you know, it might not, but it might. So it's worth giving a couple shots just to make sure that, you know, everything's okay. The rifle is what I consider a beautiful old rifle. It does have a lever latch down here. You know, the old 1873s had a latch right here. Well, this one has one right here. And we'll take a look at the rifle. I mean, that's the video on the 3240 Savage this week. You know, we're going to keep continuously bringing these old rifles out for our viewers to look at. And, you know, if you like that kind of thing and you're interested in these old rifles, you know, if you've subscribed with us, we appreciate that. And if you haven't, you know, hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. And if you like the video, hit a like. And we appreciate your comments, and we look forward to people that have Savages, what kind of Savage you have, what caliber it is, and you know, maybe a brief little story about the accuracy you're having, or whether you shoot cast bullets out of it. So we'd appreciate that for sure. So that's my video today, and I appreciate you watching, and I will see you again next week.